Hi, I'm Sam with Batch Stoves, and today we're going to be doing some dry baking, and we're going to be making peach cobbler. Now the peach cobbler was inspired by a video I saw on YouTube, and I'll try to get the username. I believe it was Medicine Man 40 something. I'll put the username in the video. And he makes peach cobbler out of he said it was some cinnamon biscuit mix and just a cup of like Del Monte peaches. Well, I searched all over and couldn't find any cinnamon biscuit mix, but I did find a bunch of recipes on the internet using Bisquick. So I just decided to come up with my own recipe and put that in the comments so you'll have the recipe that I used. But basically it was half a pack of Bisquick, 1 teaspoon of sugar into the dry mix, along with a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and I just drained the liquid from the peaches into the mix, and I had to add a little bit of water, and that was it. This is my second attempt to make the peach cobbler. The first attempt I didn't add any kind of sugar to the mix. I just used the liquid in the Del Monte peaches, and it was good, but it wasn't quite sweet enough, so this time I added a teaspoon of sugar to the mix. We'll see how that turns out. I'm going to be using the 12 centimeter dry baking combo, the 12 centimeter cook pot, and the 10 centimeter dry baking dish. I'm not going to use any oil or cooking spray in the 10 centimeter dry baking dish. And I'm going to put approximately half this mix in here. Put the peaches in there, and then put the rest of the mix on top, and that gives like a crust. That's probably a little more than half, but I think that'll be okay. Kind of move it around, work it around, and get it up on the sides and make a pocket, but best you can. And then dump the peaches in this little pocket. Get them in the middle, like so. And then put the rest of this dough on top. It really smells good. Now, something that they did in the video is they used some kind of, it kind of looked like coffee filters, but it may have been some kind of baking paper or muffin cup or something. I'm not sure exactly what they used. Maybe he'll get a hold of this video and send me his recipe and let me know exactly how he did it. This is what we're looking like from the beginning. It's about halfway, a little over halfway. We're going to be using the BatchStovez remote fuel stove. I'm really starting to like this stove. It's working really well for dry baking. And of course we're using the adjustable remote feeder on this. And inside the dry baking, inside the 12 centimeter cook pot, I've just got a foil ring that was made from an oven liner. Just cut an 1.5 inch strip and fold it in half. That'll give you about a 3/4 inch height, and you can just kind of tuck it in itself and adjust it to whatever diameter you need. Or you can shape it in whichever shape you like. I like to do something like this. It kind of gives a little bit better support. And drop that in. Let's light the stove. Light the stove. We'll put the cook pot on. I'm going to be using a carbon felt windscreen. The windscreen works really well for 2 reasons. If it's windy, of course you want to use it, but if you're not in a windy environment, this will help control the temperature a little bit better. If you think it needs to be hotter, you can close it up, and if you think it's a little too hot, you can of course open it up some. And I found that really works well, controlling the temperature inside the 12 centimeter cook pot. Now we are using heat, my go-to fuel. I didn't start a timer, but luckily we're dry baking, so time is not such a critical thing as it is when you're doing a boil test or something. But I suspect this is going to run about 25 minutes. We'll come back and check it about the 10-minute mark, and we'll see where we're at. Okay, so we're up on the 10-minute mark now, and everything appears to be doing well. Let me show you what it looks like inside. It's risen some, and it's still extremely wet and soggy. It's doing pretty good. You see we're getting a bubble about every other second. That's exactly where I want it to be. So we'll check back on it in about the 20-minute mark and see where we're at. Okay, so we're coming up on the 20-minute mark, and I want to show you, if you can see the bubbler, about a bubble every other second, and that seems to be perfect for this stove. I want to show you the flame that we got going underneath here. Very low flame, not all the way on the bottom of the pot. And you can close that's about where you want it. You can close and open your carbon felt windscreen as needed. And the great thing about the carbon felt is it's a real good insulator. So all the heat that's inside there is staying contained inside there. And you can touch it. You don't have to worry about getting burnt. Works real well. So let's look and see what we got inside. Okay. As you can see, it's risen. Still kind of soft, but it's starting to firm up. And I think we'll give it some more time. I'm going to say at least a 25-minute mark. So I'll check back then and we'll see what we have. Okay, so we're at the 25-minute mark. And let's see where we're at. You see our flame? Oh yeah. Gosh, I tell you, it really smells good. Probably let it go a little longer if you want to get a little crunchy on the sides, a little browner. So I think I'm gonna. Last time I took it off right at 25. Let me let it go. We'll let it go a couple more minutes, and then we'll take it off. Okay, so we're on about the 27 and a half minute mark. I'm going to go ahead and call this done, and we will blow out the stove. We'll let this cool off. Let this cool off a good 10 minutes, and then we'll see what we've got. Okay, so it's been about 10 minutes. We're at 37 minutes now. And I want to just, for reference, check the internal temp. Now I know in the past, in order to get muffins and biscuits to come out cleanly, you'll need to at least let them cool off to around 150, 155 degrees. With this cobbler, probably I would just eat it out of baking dish. I'm pretty sure it's not going to come out cleanly. It's probably going to break apart because of the peach that we dumped in the center. But that's okay. The first test that I did, the first batch that I made, it broke apart, but it all came out of the 10 centimeter dry baking dish without any problem, and I was pretty satisfied with that. As you can see, we're at 165 degrees, so it's a little warmer than I would want it. It's a little warmer than I would want it to be if it was a muffin or something, but that's okay because it smells really good, and I'm dying to dump it out of here. Ooh, it's a little hot. Oh, I stand corrected. This time it came out completely whole, and looks pretty good. Let me flip it over so you can see. Get a close up of that. It looks really good for peach cobbler. Really good. Now, the inside of this baking dish should just wipe right out for the most part. If we got any of the syrup in there, then of course it may stick on there, but it should wipe up. Of course, I'm wiping this without any water. If we had a little water in here, it would definitely be better. I just want to show you. It comes out pretty clean. You can see right here some of that syrup from the peaches got on there. But I can take my fingernail and scrape that off. So I know a little water clean up real good. Here's some more. Yeah, it's like glue. Consistency of glue. But yeah, you can see for the most part it come out clean, and a little water and that'll clean right up. So let's take a look at the inside of our peach cobbler. I tell you, does that look good or what? Oh yeah, it's just a little doughy. Just a little doughy on the inside. That's delicious. I gotta tell you though, a teaspoon of sugar is not enough. Probably gonna have to go with a tablespoon. Special thanks to Medicine Man 4040, I believe is his username on YouTube. Stop by his channel and check out his video Foggy Rome, and you'll see him making this out on the trail, and that's where I got the inspiration for this video. Medicine Man, appreciate it. Yeah, give it a try. It's delicious. I think just maybe add a tablespoon of sugar, a 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon, and you should be good to go. So I'm Sam at Batch Stoves. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel and stop by and visit us at www.BatchStovez.com. Thanks for watching.